Hey everybody, welcome to the SaveState, channel about all the things that we love and you love in nerd culture. Joining with me today is professional Jeff Goldblum stunt double, Landon Barton.
All right.
And professional warrior, Derek Owen. And today,
I'll take it.
We are talking about Halo Master Chief Edition. This is coming out well, it's already out. You guys have it. I don't have it yet, but I'm curious. So far, what do you guys think? We'll get into the multiplayer aspect of it here in a little bit, but at first, I want to talk about the Halo 2 remake.
Well, I mean, that's mainly what I've played through. I haven't played all the way through it, but I've been playing 1, 2, and 3, the campaign. I've barely played a little bit of the updates to 4. Mm-hmm. Halo 2 is by far the star of this collection.
Of course.
The cutscenes that Blur Studios made are incredibly beautiful.
They look amazing.
It really enhances your experience. The only problem is that they've added so many more into it that you're starting and stopping your gameplay a little bit more than maybe you would have in the past.
Okay.
And some of them are a little bit lengthened, but they're so gorgeous that it's okay. Like, I'm totally fine with that.
Is the gameplay just about the same as it was?
Well, it's up to 60 frames a second now.
Nice.
So that's a big improvement. I have noticed fairly significant frame rate drops. Mm-hmm. Have you noticed any of that while playing through any campaign?
No, not specifically. I mean, maybe here and there, but nothing that really sticks out.
I've noticed it. So it's there. I'd put that as a caveat with this experience. It's happened. I've seen it in 1 and 2. I haven't played as much of 3 and 4 to experience it there, but I've read reports that it's there as well. It's nothing critical. It's nothing to the point where it's like this game is broken and that you're going down past 30 frames.
Gotcha.
It's just when you're experiencing a game at 60 frames and it's a shooter and you're moving quick and you see some of that frame rate dip, it's noticeable.
Okay.
It's there.
So in these new additions too, with Halo 1 and Halo 2, you can live switch back between the new remastered version and the older version.
A really cool setting. You would be surprised how often you will do it.
Really?
Because you'll be looking at something like, I wonder what that used to look like, and then you switch and you're like, wow.
You kind of get addicted to it.
Yeah, you really do.
I'm kind of like,
I'm sitting here playing on Halo 1, and as I'm walking, like, I'm walking between areas, I might as well just see what it used to look like. And I'll sit there and look around. Like, just looking at the backdrops and the environments is insane.
It's kind of entertaining because I'm playing this, and my fiance is sitting there with me, and I'm just like, check this out. And I'm just like flipping it back. She's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
this is what we used to think was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Halo 1, by the way, had no shrub rate at all.
Really? I never noticed that.
Yeah, if you walk around, like there's the third mission, Truth and Reconciliation, you're walking around with a sniper rifle and night vision and stuff like that, and you hit back, and it's just like green on the ground. There's no like shrubs, no grass, there's nothing. It's just green. And then you switch to the remake, and it's like plants everywhere, and you're just like, wow, we used to think this was amazing.
Yeah.
And all it was just ground. That's it.
Wow. That's funny.
So this is Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
All running at 1080, all running at 60 frames a second, even Halo 4?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they all are at 60, but like I said, some of the dips. I will say Halo 4 looks like a next-gen title. It looks like it's made for Xbox One. Like, it already looked really good when I played it on the 360, but damn, dude.
I'm excited to play through that game again. I actually really like
my favorite
Halo
campaign
story.
is 4, by far.
3 and 4, I think, were on, in my opinion, on par with story.
Okay, so we just went over all the great things that we loved about the old games, all coming out new in 1080 and 60 frames per second. What is this issue with multiplayer and matchmaking?
Well, it doesn't work, John. That's the issue. It just doesn't work. You'll sit there for about 10 to 15 minutes looking for a game, and then sometimes you get put in one that's 4v5 or 3v5 or 5v6 in the 10-player game. Yeah.
I don't know how that happens.
Just tons of issues.
Are there too many players online, or do you think this is...
I don't think it's server
I don't think
overload.
it's too many. I don't think it's overload. I think they're having problems connecting people. I think that's the biggest issue.
I think it's just an infrastructure problem.
Since it came out, they've cut the number of playlists roughly in half, just to get people into the same playlist to help with the issue. But we're hoping to have a fix next week, is what I've been reading.
Cool deal. So which
they're very adamant about saying, like, we're working on it. You know,
of course.
They're really involved with it.
Well, Bungie has been great about not sending out broken games before, so this is kind of a...
It's weird.
Well, yeah. Well, 343 is the one that's remaking all these. Bungie's moved on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Bungie's the one that did Destiny. It's now 343. Yeah. So they're taking Bungie's products and remastering them and re-releasing them, which is fine. It's just the matchmaking part doesn't work. Everything else is great. The customization, I mean, there's the little things, I guess, that really don't matter to most people, but like it lets you go in and customize all your people from the old games. You don't unlock the armor from Halo 3 and Halo 4 anymore. It just gives you everything.
I saw that.
Not a huge fan of that. I wish I could have re-unlocked everything because it just feels so much more satisfying when you unlock stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of emblems, ton of banner things that you can unlock. Like, I think there's around 400, and it's just like the bar that your person's name appears on. So you have like the Halo 2 logo, and that's for beating all of the Halo 2 missions on Legendary in under 3 hours and stuff like that. And there's one that has like a picture of a rocket launcher, a picture of vehicles. There's a whole bunch of really cool customization overarching the entire game. It's really cool.
I did forget to, when we're talking about like the campaign and some of the stuff that we super love, the sound design to this is
that's all been remastered also.
Yeah, and when you hit that menu button to switch you back to the
it changes
school stuff,
the audio too.
The audio changes too, so you can hear the differences in the gun design. The gun design is incredible.
Yeah.
And just the soundtrack's been remastered, and so sound design, kudos. I thought that was a great addition.
Well, I plan on picking it up, and I plan on playing through every single Halo on Black Friday, because unlike other consumers, on Black Friday, having worked in retail, I lock my doors and I play video games all day. Usually got a couple 30 packs.
We'll get ready, because Halo 1 on Legendary is a nightmare, and I forgot how much of a nightmare it was until I started it over.
But that pistol, though.
That pistol is a lot less accurate than you remember when you were a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
So, in closing, favorite Halo and why?
Is it bad if it isn't one that's on the list? I'm a huge fan of ODST, and
yeah,
I'm in the minority because I know it's kind of not a Halo game, but it really is. You don't play Master Chief, and you don't have shields. It was just such a step away from the established Halo universe that I really enjoyed it, and I really liked the city overworld.
Oh, good call.
I loved running around that city at night, and that soundtrack was incredible.
Yes, it was.
Man, it's a toss-up for me between 1 and 2. 1, just because I remember stepping off and seeing the Halo for the first time and just looking up into the sky, and I thought
looking at that now was incredible. Switching between old view and new view and looking at the Halo, it's amazing.
For me, when playing that on the original Xbox, it was just such a visceral science fiction story that it just kind of it blew my mind seeing that. But then if you go to Halo 2 and dealing with a flood, that scares the crap out of me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That was a terrifying experience when I was a kid.
It's awful.
I'll go with 2. Especially now playing it with all the Blur studios.
Of course.
Well, the Flood, you meet them in Halo 1.
Well, sure. But it was a much more terrifying experience.
It wasn't as scary. It was just you were overwhelmed with the Flood in the first one.
I don't know. I remember the very first time you meet the Flood and you're going through and you find that guy that's been like, kill me, they're inside me. It was terrifying back then.
That was pretty scary.
But all right. I Halo 2, I can see that.
All right, there you have it, guys. Let us know what your first impressions are with Halo, whether you're getting matches or what your favorite Halo is too, because there's a lot to choose from now. So thanks for watching. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe to our videos, and we'll see you guys later.
Thanks.